Hello. Okay, so welcome or welcome back to my channel, Midnight Makes. I'm Denali. This is my little corner of the internet where I talk about what I've been making recently. Please ignore my cord management here. I switched out my surge protector for my two fish tanks that are here, and I have a betta and guppies in that tank, plus some other bottom cleaners. I switched out my surge protector, and I have not dealt with my cord management, which I really should get to, but that's not going to happen today or probably anytime soon. So today's video is probably going to come out a little late. It is Thursday, March 26th, I think. It's supposed to go out tomorrow morning if I keep to my schedule, which I've been really trying to keep to. But it's been a week. My son was homesick from school for 2 days, and I missed a dose of my meds, my anti-anxiety meds, and really should not miss those. I get issues. I have, issues from not taking them, but also it allowed for the anxiety to take over, and I had a bit of an anxiety spiral and a little bit of a freak out. So, panic attack situation, and then I have been with missing my meds and the temperatures changing here. It has triggered another migraine, which if you saw my last video, which went up yesterday, no, not yesterday, last week, I had a migraine in that video too. That was filmed like 2 weeks ago. So thankfully it's been a hot minute since I've had to deal with a migraine, but this is a more functional migraine. I get them. Each migraine is honestly different for me. Thankfully, this is a little bit more of a functional one. I forgot to say, this is going to be a podcast episode. This is like podcast, I think we're on 12 or 13. I have not done one since September of last year. So I did a whip parade. I showed off my knits. I also did a whip parade for my cross stitches. The fish are moving quite a bit. That tank you will not see a lot of movement in. It has little blue dream shrimp, and they like to hang out towards the back. I need to focus. The ADHD is strong today. And so is the brain fog. So I did a whip parade of my knitting and my cross stitch. I will link those below. And then so today is just going to be like what I finished. And then I did a finish video of everything that I had finished in the last, whatever. So I'll also link that below. So today's is going to be what I finished since then, and just my most active whips. I have some other whips going. I have some other projects that I've worked on, cross stitch projects that I've worked on, but with my migraine, I am just not in the position to be able to deal with numbers and stats and all of that. So I'm not going to show those today. I have one cross stitch that I'm going to show, but that's because it's a finish-ish. Okay, I need to grab my whips. For some reason, I put them on the arm of the couch. I have the lighting's going to be weird. Sun's coming in through that window. I do not have my ring light on today. I can't find the power cord. I know that it's somewhere. I'll find it. I don't know where. Okay, so my first finished object is, I'm not going to do these in any order. So this is the wood anemone top by Sari Nordland. If you watched last week's video, which I will link below, I made this, it was a project vlog, and I made this during that video. I'm not going to talk too much about it since I did talk about it in that video. This is a beautiful pattern. I love this. It's done with worsted weight, and I did, I used the Lion brand Tom Daly combo collab yarn that is a full cotton, and in this beautiful color. I 100% plan on making another one. I have a red in the same exact yarn, and I'm going to make this. Like I said, I will link that video below if you want to know more about that pattern. Also in that video, I made a skirt. This is a linen skirt with pockets. This is a self-drafted skirt. Again, I'm not going to talk too much about it because there was a whole video about that where I went through the process of drafting this skirt to myself. This is just a basic pleated skirt. It was rectangles, except for the pockets. The pockets are not rectangle shaped. They're pocket shaped. But I walk through my process of self-drafting it, which is like the first like real self-drafted that I've done. So it was scary for me to do, but I did it, and I'm excited to do more drafting stuff. But again, I'll link the video below so that you can watch that video. Okay, so my next whip is, or finish, my next finish is the my jar of the month kind of thing. It's a Snailfish's Stitches is releasing a freebie of a little jar every month. I showed this in my finish video that I posted a couple weeks ago, because I had finished January and February's jar, and I have now finished March's jar as well. Those are pretty accurate colors right there. I have changed out colors. I'm not going to be able to tell you which ones. It's all written down in my Notion, but I just don't brain. I changed out the greens. I know I changed out the reds here. I made a mistake in this one, so I swapped the colors, but it was just because I grabbed the wrong color for the jar. But I am having a blast doing this. So far, she's released 4 jars. The January, the February, the March, and then there's also a birthday jar. I'm going to put my birthday jar in July. I'll put it beside July's because my birthday's in July. And then I'll do July's jar, my birthday jar, and then go on to August. But I love this. The fabric is a hand-dyed by me 18 count. I need to serge this end because this was a thin, long piece, and I did cut off for one of my whips, cross-stitch whips, that I'm not going to show today, that I will show next time. I promise. It's in a pile. I'll show it. I cut it so that I could have stuff, or I could have the fabric for this, which this is, it's not going to take up this whole thing, so I'll be able to do some small projects. But this is just the white Aida that you can get, 18 count Aida that you can get at Michael's. Walmart also sells it. And I love dyeing my own colors, and I love this purple color that I got, this really, really rich, deep purple. I want to do some more dyeing. I just have not gotten around to it recently. So I'm loving this. I can't wait. And these jars are, I think this jar was the one that had the most stitches because it's like a lot of fill-in. But because you're not doing full coverage on these ones, there was like, I think there was like 190 or so stitches on this one. If not the same or like really close on that one. I think this was like 250 something. So they're not big. They usually only take a short amount of time. March's jar took me a little bit longer just because I did like one color one day, another color the other day. And then I think the third day I did the last colors. So it was just a slow stitch, just something simple to do. So my next finish does not have the ends woven in because it doesn't. And I still haven't blocked them. I will get around to that. I'm going to actually, I was waiting because the three things that I'm going to show next, which are 2 finishes and a mostly finished project, are all for a friend. They're all gift knits and they're all going to go at the same time. So I was going to weave in all the ends at the same time. We'll wash and block them all at the same time and do all the finishing touches then. But this is the stretchy baby socks. I don't know the designer's name. They're called stretchy baby socks on Ravelry. And this is a broken rib, 1x1 rib. It's hard to tell because I did it in this very colorful yarn. This is wool and vinyl yarn in the Classic Rock Socks set that she has, like Classic Rock base. It's the Classic Rock base. And this is Skater Boy, which is in reference to an Avril Lavigne song. I've used this yarn on multiple things. So these were just another way to use up scraps. This barely took any time at all. So quick to knit. I want to knit 85 million pairs of these, but the friend that's having the baby does not need that many baby socks. But I might like use scraps and make baby socks and have them like ready to gift to people. The person that I'm gifting these to, so it's my friend and my husband's coworker and friend, and he is, if you saw it was a long while back, but I have this really cute 3D printed Totoro, but it's like a Halloween spooky Totoro that has like bones. Super cute. He made that for me, and he's 3D printed some other fun stuff for me. Just, saw some patterns, thought of me, and decided to make them, which was awesome. And his wife is a crafter as well, so I know that they will appreciate hand knits. I don't make hand knits for people very often as gifts, I gotta be honest, just because it's a lot of work. But I was really excited for this baby, so I'm still very excited, and she should be coming probably in the next few weeks. I think she's going to be a little early, but I know these will be well loved. I think I did the second size of these. I don't think these are the newborn size. I think they're a little bit bigger. I don't know, but they stretch because of it's the super stretchy. That is literally their name. They stretch a lot. Super cute. Love these. I'm gonna stop rambling on about them. Okay, the next finish. Also needs its ends woven in. Well, just this arm. I finished this before. It's a baby sweater. This is the gift pullover. Don't remember the designer's name. Again, I apologize. Sorry. But it's modified because there was supposed to be a design on the ribbing. I didn't care for it. I just wanted it for the lace yoke. Again, this needs to be washed and blacked. So, like I was saying, I finished this before, but on the paper, I did not. Normally, I highlight the size that I'm knitting. I decided not to do that with this pattern and knit the second sleeve, the last part, an inch shorter than the first sleeve because I followed the smaller size. I did the second size for this one. I followed the first size. I was so mad at myself that I let this sit for like a month. I gotta be honest. Then when I finally went through, picked up the stitches, past the ribbing, ripped it out, re-knit it. It took me like half an hour. So I put it off for like a month to spend like 30 minutes on it, which really annoys me. But I really love this. It's so cute. It's so tiny. So quick to knit, except for the second sleeve, which was mostly because it sat for so long. But so cute. Again, it needs to be washed and blocked, but I love this pattern. Super cute. This is just Lion brand Pound of Love in a pink color. It's fully acrylic so that it can just be thrown in the wash. Super cute. And it'll probably be a while before she can wear this, just because she will be pretty small. Like I said, she's gonna come early and she will be preemie size. So this will probably not fit her good until once our tiny little short Alaska summer is over with and she'll be able to wear it. The next project is kind of a finish. Kind of. It needs its ends woven in, and then it needs pom-poms once it's washed and blocked. So this hat is forgot the pattern name. This is the Little Sienna hat by K-Knits. I modified it though. It's supposed to only have one the cast on row and then like one row in the black. I did the whole ribbing in black, and then I immediately went into the moss stitch, and I did not do, there was supposed to be like a purl row. I didn't do that. So cute. It needs, let me kind of, there you go. It needs pom-poms. Here, I'm going to do a mostly, I don't know if I'm going to do a mostly purple pom-pom or mostly black pom-pom with purple in it. I don't know. I forgot the yarn tag. Hold, please. Nope. Hey, there. Okay. The yarn is Jody Long Chow? No idea. It's a merino wool superwash. I got it at a local yarn store here in Anchorage. I actually got the yarn and got the pattern there. And It's in the color Pitch and Wisteria. I believe Pitch is the black and Wisteria is the purple, because that's what makes common sense. So super cute. I just need to weave in the ends, wash, block, add pom-poms, which now that all 3 of the baby makes are done, I will weave in the ends, wash and block them, and then prep them for their gifting. So that is all of my finishes. The rest are whips, and I have, like I said, I have more whips. I have cross stitch whips that I worked on. I got 2 of them. I'm not going to show 3 of them. I forgot about one. 3 of them. Not going to show them right now. I'll get there. I have more knitting whips. Not going to show them. I have another cross stitch whip, which is a pretty big blanket, but I have stalled out on that because I am freaking tired of it. Who thought me? Why? Who gave me the audacity to think that crocheting a queen size blanket was a good idea? No, I don't. I'm tired. I get bored with patterns really easily. So anyways, I'm going to show 1 knitting project, 1 crochet project, and 3 sewing projects, and then that's it. So we're going to show this quickly. I have done other sewing projects, worked on them. Not going to show them right now. So my first sewing project, I have really wanted to do quilting, and I've done some basic quilting stuff like jelly roll quilts, but like the actual cutting out and doing like half square triangles and all that flying geese. I haven't done that. This is the Sawtooth quilt block. It looks pretty good in the camera. There are mistakes. It's not quite perfect, which is one of the reasons why I've avoided doing pretty quilt blocks like this, is because I'm perfection. Yeah. So it's not perfect, but I really love the way this turned out. I learned how to do flying geese, which I did here. That was fun. That was like the big thing here. The rest is just, you know, the 4 squares in each corner and then the big square in the center. So it was mainly just learning the flying geese, and I really love the way this turned out. I haven't decided. I think that I'm going to just do a bunch of quilt blocks and, you know, just do them in fun colors, whatever colors I want to, and then someday I might put them together into a big sampler quilt of all of my, you know, learning to quilt blocks. So I love this. It needs to be ironed again. It's been kind of sitting crumpled up for a while. So my next sewing project is a hand sewing project. It's another quilt block. This is the Patchwork of the Crosses pattern by Lucy Boston. It's a pretty old pattern. You can find the pattern online, but it's hand sewing. It is English paper piecing. This one is attached there, and then I ran out of thread, so my needle's in there. But this is English paper piecing, and I did post a video a couple weeks back where I was doing little jewel paper piecing, English paper piecing pieces and making little hearts. That's another project that I'm working on. That's just doing the hearts. It's really not an active block yet. But I'm currently doing this one, and I have to finish putting this on, and then there's 2 blue here and 2 blue there, and then this block is done. And I'm going to probably turn this into a bag, like a tote bag. I really love this pattern. This is just the honeycomb English paper piecing side shape. I don't know. I don't even know what size they are. But I want to do another one and then have the front and back of like a tote bag, a pretty nice tote bag to do like project bags. But I've been having fun doing some hand sewing. Unlike clothing, I put off hand sewing, which you're going to see in my next project. But then I'm willingly doing hand sewing for like quilt pieces. For some reason, there's a difference. Don't ask me what it is. So my next whip is this. This is the pattern. It's Simplicity 9287. At least that's the number on my thing. I know they change the numbers sometimes. Sometimes they don't match up with what it shows on the website. I don't know. This is a Patterns by Gertie collab. And I am doing view C. Basically, it's done. For the most part, it is done. It needs to be ironed again because it's been sitting in a pile, and things need to be trimmed. Like there's a massive amount of threads right here. It already has the buttonholes. The only thing it needs is some hand sewing to tack down the facing. I need to trim all of my threads. I need to cut open the buttonholes, and then I need to sew my buttons on. Usually I use my sewing machine to sew buttons on, but these are shank buttons, so I have to hand sew those on. I just need to get my button gear and hand sew. Like I said, I have no problem hand sewing English paper piecing, but when it comes to doing the finishing touches on a garment, for some reason, nah. I'm gonna get around to this. These tags are from Amazon, and the fabric is let's see if I can, the color is not quite accurate. It's a very deep blue, and it's got spider webs and spideys on it. This is a stretch cotton, but like, I mean, very, 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 very minimal stretch. That's why I was fine with using it for this pattern, because there's not a lot of stretch. And I got this at, that's the accurate blue color. It's more like a teal. I got this fabric at a local fabric and craft store. They actually recently opened, I think they opened it in the fall, but they sell a lot of clothing fabrics, which, other than Joann's, which is gone, we really didn't have anywhere in town that sold clothing fabrics. Our fabric stores, like the quilt shops, sell quilting fabric, and which is, I mean, I've used quilting cotton for patterns all the time. Doesn't matter. But like actual apparel fabric, nobody sold. Our Michaels are starting to get a little bit of clothing fabric, but not much. It's mostly quilting cotton. So it was really awesome when this place opened. They still have a pretty small selection, but it's better than nothing. And they have some really gorgeous fabrics that I want to get. I'm going to pause right now. I have laundry and the dryer, or the washer's done, so I need to switch it to the dryer. And then I will show my last two projects and a future project. So I'll be right back. It'll be no time for you guys, so. Okay. Hopefully the angle hasn't changed too much. I moved my tripod. I bumped into my tripod and it fell. So, whips. So right now I'm actively working on one whip. It's a newer start, and it is the Witching Hour pullover. I don't designer's name. I'm gonna put it in anyways because I gotta show what it's gonna look like. And so far I have started, I have a good chunk of the color work in. This is a circular color work pattern that is going to be really oversized and more of a swancho, I think is what they call it, a sweater poncho type mix. But I am loving it so far. I cannot wait. I've got, I think, 4 or 5 more rows until we start the, until I start the crow skulls. So or raven skulls, whatever they are, the corvid skulls. But I have been really enjoying working on this. It's been really meditative and just calming to work on. I just started this not too long ago, so I haven't done too much in it, but I'm letting it. The yarn is Lion brand. Nope, it's Loops and Threads. It's the Michaels brand. It's their Luxe Merino, which is a merino acrylic blend. I really enjoyed this yarn. It's really good value, and it's decently soft. So I'm loving it. I'm just doing this in white and black. Black is my main, white is the color work. I'm having fun with it. Definitely planning to get more work in on it. I will probably work on that today, most of the day. My next project is a crochet whip, and I actually started it last weekend. We went for a little drive just to get out of town. It was a beautiful sunny day. We went out to enjoy the sun and go for a drive. So I started this, and this is the Victorian Lattice little square. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and I'm not going to show the pattern picture because it's literally just for the square, and then you can do whatever you want with it. You know, most of the pictures that she has on the pattern page that people have done are blankets. This isn't going to be a blanket. So I'm using the Aunt Lydia's crochet thread. It's the Fashion 3 size, so it's more of a fingering weight. This is 100% cotton. Yes, 100% cotton. I don't know why I'm so... Oh, my head. Migraine. I just stared at it for way too long. The color is Warm Rose. I bought 3 of these. I'm going to need to buy 1 more. So I have so far made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full squares. And this morning, while my son and I were watching our morning documentary before school, I got the majority of another one done. I need to finish this today. That'll put me at 6 squares. I've found that 1 skein of this yarn gets me 3 of these squares. So I'm probably going to need, I've used 1, mostly the second one, and I have 1 more. I will probably need 1 more after that because I am going to turn this into a top. And I've seen quite a few people that were able to put squares, different types of squares together and make a really cute top. I plan to put them like this, corner to corner. There'll be some under here. I'm a little bit bigger. I have more of a bust, so I'm gonna need a little bit more. I'm probably going to add, I think between these, do like some lace work connection to them so that it gives me a little bit more space between them. And then I'll also have to do straps, and I want to do some fringe on them, tassels, fringe, whatever. I'm really going for the boho hippie style. Okay, sorry, I got a text message about my son's doing a lock-in thing tomorrow. And I just got a text message of an update on what we need to bring. So, yeah, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, but I need 2 for the front, 2 for the back, and then I'm probably going to do, and then maybe another one. So I do need another skein to be able to put this together. It's going to be just a lacy crop top. Obviously, holes. I'm gonna wear a tank top underneath of this because that ain't covering shit. So if you're watching this and you're concerned that there's so many holes, tank top. Okay. So that's all my whips that I'm currently working on. I have other whips. I have so many other whips. If you watch my whip parade, knitting whip parade, cross stitch whip parade, you know how many whips I have. I will eventually get to those. I'm not dealing with that right now. I do have plans to start another sweater. I don't need another sweater. I have so many sweaters on the go that are just languishing. They'll get done eventually. This is a super simple oversized raglan pattern, and it's a test knit. So I'm going to do, right now she's calling it the relaxed raglan sweater. There might be a name change. Who knows? It's an oversized, like I said, oversized raglan. Did I say it's by Alicia Plummer? Alicia Plummer. Good Lord. Other people have started it. Something happened. Mine got lost in the webosphere. So, it's being emailed to me today. So I haven't gotten to start it yet. But I had some yarn, was thinking about doing it. Wasn't really 100% sure. So I went to the store that I got this at. It's called Winter Solstice. I think Sewing and Crafts is what it's called. I went there. They have a small yarn selection, and I went for a different color. Then I saw this color and I'm like, nope, that one. I'm doing that one. So this is Cascade Yarns 220 Superwash. It's a worsted weight. Look at that lavender color. I don't have lavender colors like a yarn like this. It's called lavender. That's why I'm calling it lavender yarn. I don't have anything that's this color. I don't have any yarn that's this color. So I'm super excited. I love this. I can't wait. I got, this is their bags. I got the yarn, and I gotta check my email. I probably have it by now, but I'm probably gonna get started on that later today. My son has a freshman fair because he's gonna be a freshman. I don't know how that happened. I swear he just started kindergarten. But he finishes middle school, junior high, whatever they call it. Middle school here, but they call it other things in other places. He'll finish that in May, and then he's a freshman in the fall. So the high school that he's going to is doing a freshman fair tonight, so we're gonna go to that. So I probably won't start this until after. We'll see. This should be a simple knit. I can't wait. I really, really, really want this. I can see myself wearing this oversized raglan in this color while we're camping this summer, sitting by the fire wearing this. That's what I want. I can see it. That's what I want. So, yeah, those are my plans. I'm gonna go because this is long. I don't know if I will have the mental capacity, brain power to be able to edit this today, so it might not be edited till tomorrow, and it'll go up sometime Friday. It'll go up on the date it's supposed to, just not at the time. My goal this year is just to post once a week on Friday, and if it goes up in the afternoon instead of the morning, that's fine, as long as it goes up. So yeah, those are my projects, and thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow. My betas screaming around. They see me sitting here and they think that I'm gonna get them food. It's not their food time. I'm also being stared at by my axolotl. She had her morning worm, and she eats red wiggler worms, and she had her morning one, and the one that I managed to dig out of the cup of dirt was smaller than the ones she's been getting, and she's not happy about that. She wants a big one, but she's gonna wait. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I will see y'all in the next video. I don't know what the next video is gonna be. We'll see what happens. All right. Bye.